Well, we didn't do enough good things to win the game, obviously. Farrell had a terrific game, shot the ball great. For the first half, they hardly had any points in the paint. Three-point line was the difference, and they really had a rhythm, particularly in the first half, with shooting the ball, and then they made big shots down the stretch. And we came out and competed pretty well in the second half. I'm not so sure the first half was as much about our defense as their shot making, but it's disappointing not to come away with the win.
I know you alluded to it there, but when they get hot from three, how do you?
I'm sorry?
When they get hot from three like that, I mean, how do you, coach that or try to get them to tighten up?
You want to get into them, and they cause a lot of problems with with the way they can space the court, and they play a small lineup, which opens up the court, and that's part of what they do offensively. Farrell got open at the end. We overhelped, and he made a three. Dirk makes a tough three in transition. Wes makes a three in front of our bench. It's just they did an outstanding job of making threes tonight.
Seems like every time you guys start to get a little momentum or turn the corner, as you keep saying it, you suffer a loss like this. Does it get frustrating to not be able to?
Yeah, it's frustrating. I mean, there are a lot of frustrating losses in this, throughout the season. It's not so much about the loss as we didn't play as well as we had been playing. It seemed like we were a little bit of a step slow. We couldn't really build any rhythm offensively because they were scoring. You hate to lose the game, but you want to keep playing at the level that you've been playing up to that point.
We talked about Farrell a little bit, but it's pretty incredible that a guy on a 10-day contract can come in and have that good night.
It's. I think anybody can come in and have a game, but he's come in and had an impact on 4 games. And being a minor league guy, I'm happy for him. You get an opportunity to get a 10-day, you get an opportunity to get into the NBA, and you make the most of it. And I'm as disappointing as this loss is, I root for those kind of guys.
Matthews was a big factor. Talking about him too.
Wes competes. What he did tonight, we saw, how many times, for 3 years, my first 3 years here, that's what he did. And I don't think it was a surprise to anybody that whether it was posting up or shooting threes or defending, Wes is a competitor, and he finds a way to help his team.
The first quarter, they get up 13. What did you see there with how you guys played in that first quarter?
Well, again, I got to watch the game film, but they made their shots. I think I don't know how many they made their first 6, 7 shots. It seemed like Farrell made his first threes. He wasn't shooting the ball well in his first 3 games. He didn't let that affect him. Some of it was shot making. Some of it was a couple of were defense assignments. I know Dirk hit an early 3. Barnes hit a 3. Farrell hit a 3. So. They came out in a very good rhythm, and I think that gave them confidence throughout. I was glad that we cut it to 13 at the end of the first quarter, and to be honest, that we cut it to 13 to go into the halftime.
Okay, thanks.
All right, thank you.